Well, hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Tuesday, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope into your virtual goggles. I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world to New Zealand. And today, at long last, my phone got the emoticon bang on. Theresa May to lead the Conservative Party and become the new Prime Minister of Great Britain. Smiley face. That is the correct emoticon. Unless you don't like Theresa May. Of course. In which case, it's still wrong. Jeez, this emoticon business. It's so hard to encapsulate complicated current affairs with a stupid little simple picture. Anyway, who knew? But in saying that, so Theresa May, there's a lot of people, a lot of commentary talking about Theresa May now that she's going to be the English Prime Minister. And of course, what seems to be unavoidable, well, for them anyway, is making an obvious, to them anyway, comparison between Theresa May and the last woman Prime Minister of England. Which, of course, because they've got so much in common, haven't they? So, Margaret Thatcher, Theresa May, let's just analyse this a little bit. I've been Googling images of Theresa May. That's Theresa May there. That's Theresa May if you spell it without the H, admittedly. That's just Theresa, not Theresa. It's not the same one, as it turns out. I got quite excited when I thought that was going to be the new Prime Minister of England. I thought that was certainly going to make things colourful, but no, that's it. That's her there. So that's Theresa May, and what we need now is Margaret Thatcher. There she is. It's a young. I didn't realise they had the internet back then, but it's a young Margaret. And now I know what you're doing. You're picturing her in her underwear, you dirty pervert. I know this is the internet, but geez, what's wrong with you? There she is. So, is that her? Or is that Meryl Streep? Oh, it's so confusing. Anyway, I suppose there are some similarities. Really, that whole bit was just an excuse to hold up that. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Grow up. Anyway, so Theresa May is she the Home Secretary or is she the Interior Minister? I think people in other bits of the world apart from England like to call her the Interior Minister because they think it's a bit weird calling people secretaries. Especially when they are women. I think that makes them feel a bit uncomfortable, isn't it? But, I mean, they've got a foreign secretary there. Their finance minister's called the Chancellor of the Exchequer. I mean, they're all just weirdo English filthy perverts over there, aren't they? I think, basically, that's what it comes down to. They just they don't like to do things the way the rest of the world does it. So I think we'll call her the Home Secretary. That seems quaint. But, of course, now we're going to call her the Prime Minister. I don't know who the Home Secretary now is. It'll be back to a bloke. As it should be. The women should be in charge, and the blokes should be secretaries. Finally, hey, Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, you big faker. What is the story here? So yesterday, this is your highlight of your whole game. Yesterday, when you thought you were going to lose, because France were giving you a right toweling all up and down the pitch, right until you guys scored that lucky goal just before the end of extra time, thereby winning Euro, even though France probably should have won because they looked a lot better throughout the entire game, and especially when this happened, and you were stretchered off the pitch. And then today, there you are, just skipping off the plane, holding up the trophy, hooray for me! We always were going to win. Not really limping at all, not needing anybody to help me off the plane, even though I'm precariously perched at the top of metal steps. Not a problem. I'll just run on down those. What? What the? It's no wonder people who are into rugby don't think that football is a real game. Anyway, I am glennzb. Thanks for having me up your Periscope. Sorry I went on so long and lingered so long on that. It's no excuse for that sort of behaviour. I will see you back here again tomorrow. Did I say thanks for having me at your Periscope? Secretary of Periscopes. That's what you can call me from now on. I'll see you tomorrow.